You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I have got your early edition spoilers for December 30th through January 3rd. We've got Brooke scrambling, Luna lying, and Taylor following. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and if you are not following us, please reach down and click that subscribe button. As we always do on early edition day, we start with what is coming the rest of this week. Beginning on Thursday, December 26th, we have got Electra crying to Remy. She's over at Il Giardino. She is all worked up about her firing from Forrester Creations. And while she's upset, looks like she wanders away from him. And she winds up in that creepy perv lair of Remy's, sees all the photos, sees the truth of who this guy is, quickly figures out he is a monster. She screams, she's bawling, just horrified, terrified, all that. And hopefully she's going to just, run right out of there because that's terrible. So Katie is completely shocked on Thursday when Will comes at her hot. Her son is so furious that Electra was fired. And of course, she told Will she had no idea what she'd done, why they were upset with her, why they targeted her, that they were vague. So he is going to be quite upset at Katie and also at Brooke. And I expect that Will's going to be even angrier because I just don't think Katie is going to tell her son that she saw nudie pics of his girlfriend, and when he doesn't get clear answers, doesn't get any real answers, he's going to go back to Ivy and they are going to escalate things. They want Electra unfired and they want it done now. So also Remy's kind of clever. He's a disgusting pervert, but clever because by sending those photos to Will's mom, Katie, then, that kind of lays blame at Will's doorstep in a way as well. So obviously Electra figuring this out still isn't going to give her all the answers, but I think it's going to give her enough information to be terrified and on high alert. And I just hope Remy doesn't catch her in his room. Friday, December 27th. So Luna is beat up. Bill shows up at the jail. He's horrified. He wants to know what happened and who did this to her. And I just wonder what lies is Luna going to tell Bill. She's obviously working off of a master plan. She may be crazy, but she's also crazy smart. Meanwhile, Carter gets his first opportunity to make a deal that will be the launch pad for his luxury brand concept. The one that the Forresters definitely don't want. Singer Fanny Grayson pitches a perfume line, and this is right in the plan that he wants. Now, Brooke has told Ridge she's holding the seat for him. She didn't get to say much about her plan because he was upset, said she stabbed him in the back, and then Taylor was there in his shirt. So I just wonder if Brooke will try to delay or defer the deal or somehow kill it because she knows the Forresters don't want it. Then again, maybe she will greenlight it because she told Ridge he should have listened to Carter's concept. Like she kind of got onto him about it, which rubbed him absolutely the wrong way. Meanwhile, Will and Ivy go in and they confront Hope and Carter. They want answers about why Electra was fired because Katie is not giving any relevant information. I wonder if Hope and Carter at that point even know why she was fired because Hope was concerned. She didn't like it. She wanted to know more. Carter completely brushed it off and said, I trust Brooke. She can do whatever. And remember, this unfair firing is Brooke's kind of her first new act. Not as CEO, because she wasn't CEO at the point she fired her, but first act, without the Forresters there, where she had this autonomous authority. And I think there could be some significant fallout from Electra's firing if two more Forresters are so angry and frustrated with the takeover twosome, those two, being Ivy herself and Electra, and then of course Zende in the mix. Now going into the week of December 30th through January 3rd, we have got Electra reeling. Her brand new life in LA is falling apart. She was fired and now she's found out her good friend Remy is a pervy stalker creep. And, maybe they'll do the math, Electra or Will, pretty soon to figure out that this same thing in LA was exactly what he did back home. home and that he was the reason she was fired. Even if they don't know about the pictures yet, they hopefully can draw a line from point A to point B. Zende is still uncomfortable to be one of the last Forresters at Forrester Creations alongside Ivy, and he wants to believe in Brooke's plan, but he's also worried because Ridge doesn't know about it and is furious at her. You could tell how uncomfortable he was at Christmas Eve at the Forresters when Ridge was dissing Brooke. He can see there's a disconnect in the communications, but Zende also promised Brooke he wouldn't say anything. So he's in like a double deep tight spot now, but I am excited to see Delon de Metz getting front burner work. Brooke is very eager to make her lame plan work. And again, asking someone to give it back, the thing they stole, that's not a plan. It's not a plan and it's never going to work. So the bottom line is, I think she's going to try to make it work to prove to Ridge she didn't betray him and get him away from Taylor before, she gets her claws into him deeper. But I'm guessing Steffi's going to be pushing Taylor to move fast with Ridge, and Steffi was already kind of just beating that same drum on Christmas Eve on the last episode about loving her parents together. And Bill has to figure out if he can help Luna. Of course, he's going to feel bad she was beaten, but Bill knows she is a double murderer who almost killed Steffi. I'm just wondering if he is going to hire her a lawyer or if there's some way he can intervene. Obviously, I think a good lawyer is what she wants. Ridge remains convinced that Brooke is totally team Hope and Carter. And if Zende reports back that Carter took a meeting for the luxury brand thing, I think Ridge and Eric are going to come further unglued. Hope and Carter are all pumped up in this, righteous feeling that they are, out there doing good work by stealing the company from its owners. They're riding high, but they've got to come up ahead in the new year. I doubt it's going to be Brooke's plan that does anything because, again, not a plan. But hopefully the Forresters are going to consult another lawyer soon, not sketchy Justin Barber. And in terms of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, both of those should be encore episodes. One may be a preemption on New Year's Day because there's a football game after. But Y&R and B&B usually keep the same schedule of reruns versus preemptions, and their schedule on the Comcast cable guide and TV guide and all that has been updated. Y&R next week shows just 3 episodes, 2 encores, 1 on New Year's Eve, 1 on New Year's Day. So we should see the same thing on Bold and the Beautiful.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.